Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Polk, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keep it in a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. The time has come. We are here. Yo. That's fam. Listen. This pod ain't gonna make no sense. There's no bullet points on this one. This is pure, raw, real emotion. Shout out to the gentleman who told Poke that they appreciate that we wait 9 minutes to cuss. So for 2.5 more minutes, we cannot curse. So we gonna try and make it. See how you feeling, my brother?
I'm feeling good, man. Other than the fact that there's a massive rain issue and we're probably going to get a crazy rain delay. Other than that,
Yep.
I'm nervous, obviously. It's a blessing and a curse not playing the Saturday games, obviously, because you get to enjoy the Saturday games and really watch and just kind of enjoy football without worrying or having that stress. But now I feel like all the eyes are on us now. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cafe? Yeah. I feel like all the eyes are on us. Every fan base is going to watch every play. You know, we're going to have every fan base's troll dying to talk crap about us tonight. So it's going to be 100%, and it's going to be a weird game. Like banging up pause said. It's a wet game, 2 new quarterbacks, one quarterback that has never started a college football game. It's going to be an interesting, ugly game, man. I think it's going to be an ugly one.
Yeah, man. So got to watch a lot of football yesterday, and it was weird having the Sunday night game because I'm watching all these games like, all right, this is cool, but the season starts for us tonight, right? Like yesterday was cool. Like watching college football again, but it was cool. Like, all right, congratulations to whoever, all the winners, and shout out to all the losers. Don't really care. It's just about this right here, bro. Like, oh my God, I can't. I did watch a lot of games. I watched the Ohio State-Texas game. I saw a lot of the first-time starters, you know what I'm saying, first-time quarterbacks kind of struggled. And I tried to like calm myself, right, to not like make it seem like, oh, because these guys struggled, the first time quarterback ever taking a snap in a college football game will struggle. I tried not to do that, CB, but also I was like, yo, they told me one of them dudes was generational and he looked super mediocre at the shoe yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They try to tell me that. Mind you, we have had our doubts on this pod, right? We ain't gonna say no names. Yeah, ESPN's already, you know what I'm saying, backspinning, like, oh, we don't know who said those narratives, but we got you on video. We know who said the narratives. We know, we saw it.
Made him the Heisman favorite. Stop.
Yeah, name them the Heisman favorite without ever. There's a reason why Quinn, whatever. But listen, it's not about them. When you were watching games yesterday,
He's vindicated.
That's what I'm saying. Don't at me, dog. Don't at me. We try to tell you. I got look. His final high school game. His final high school game. He went like 8 of 28. You can't be generational at any like. You can't be hyped up like that and go 8 of 28 at any point in like a school of like 300 kids. It wasn't like he played at the top level. Like I take the parents, like it was weird. So like I tried not to do that and be like, if a generational quarterback, the greatest quarterback to ever lace him up before he's ever played, ever had a start, if he's that, I try not to be cool, but like, yo, does that mean the you know what I'm saying, Lloyd Carr's grandson is now gonna struggle. Yeah, I'm being petty. We cooking here. We're made
I like
10
that he
minutes.
don't have a name on this show. I like that
No.
the second someone made that statement, he no
Yep.
longer has his own name. It's like now that
Nope.
somebody made that, bro, they made it a stat. So now that they've made it a stat, like it has to be talked about. Like we were not talking about that you were Lloyd Carr's son or grandson.
No.
They made it a stat for you, bro.
Yeah.
But Ben, I think that goes to we need to get back to remembering how hard and competitive college football is, bro.
Mhm.
First-time starters typically don't just kill. Vince Young didn't kill his first start. Like,
Nope.
I think sometimes we expect just because someone was an Elite 11 or a 5-star that they're supposed to throw for 400 in their first game. And it's like, yeah, sure, if you have a tune-up game in your first game, if you play a FCS school or, you know what I mean, or NAIA school, sure, yeah. But asking a young man to play the reigning national champions in his first game as a starter. Now, when I say, okay, yeah, Arch played last year, okay, I'm talking about a game where the defensive coordinator for the entire game plan was game planning just for you. Not a situation where they had been thinking about yours all year and now you're the starter. I'm talking about where when they started their scout team, you were the first player that they figured out how to stop. It's different. And it's going to ebb and flow. He's going to have a great game. And then a defensive coordinator is going to watch that game and go, oh, I know how to stop that, though. It's going to, I mean, for some reason, it seems like, and we all know why, but some people are picked and anointed. We saw it with Drew Aller last year, or he's the second coming. And I mean, we can all remember guys like Jake Locker back in the day that every year it was, oh, he's really the best quarterback in college football. It's just his team is not so good. We've seen them do this. Who's the old kid from Penn State? Christian Hackenberg. We've seen them do this before. We've seen them anoint these guys before they actually get a chance to get on the field and prove it. And unfortunately for the kid, he was the latest in that line of two guys who were anointed. But if we're going to talk about quarterbacks that have been anointed as generational, Nico didn't look so good this week either.
No.
You know, we got to be careful throwing around that generation. You know who did look good,
Cal
though?
quarterback. That Cal quarterback.
He does.
I can't pronounce his last name. Much respect.
The left, he's going to be good. You know who else looked good? Shout out to the kid who left UCLA when they got Nico and said, hey, if you don't want that Tennessee team, I'll
take it.
You thought they have SEC talent in UCLA. They don't. But since you let me go where you were, bro, because the grass was green.
We'll trade.
He balled out.
Yeah. We'll trade this out. Mr. Cool Hill, shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. Bro. Has Mario released a depth chart? No, he is. So I was under the impression, because we talked in the chat. I was under the impression that they're supposed to release a depth chart. No, that's a misleading statement. It just got an injury report, maybe. And I don't think there's like a penalty if you don't. So he's never going to release a depth chart. That's just simply never going to happen. We don't know. This is the beautiful thing about tonight. We have no idea. We know who's starting under center. We know who our O-line is. We know our D-line. Some of our secondary, maybe.
Shit, I got some questions on both lines, though.
Yeah, I don't know who's starting at left guard. we know.
You feel me? Like, who are the true ones at DN? Like, is it a special package that's going to come out? Is it? Bro, that's one of the things I'm excited for. We don't even know the story of this team yet. You know what I mean? Like, we don't even have an epilogue. Whereas last year we had an epilogue. Nope. Okay, we got a potential Heisman Trophy quarterback, veteran receivers. Right now, there's not even a trailer for this football team. Like, in movie terms, we don't even have a trailer.
No idea.
We don't know if it's going to be Lofton heavy. We don't know if it's going to be JoJo heavy. We don't know if we're throwing bombs this year, and we probably won't figure that out this week either because of the rain.
No.
So I want to say that too to Canes fans. Don't hammer Dawson for whatever his game plan looks like today, because of the rain, it's probably going to be very vanilla. Very, very vanilla.
If you read this wrong, it's very pause worthy, right? Like if you read this wrong, I'm not going to say it out loud because I read it wrong because it's like all blank, no offense.
All D, no O.
No O. Yeah, crazy.
We're 15 minutes in. I can make this joke now. You can give her a whole bunch of D, and she don't necessarily get an O though.
Yeah, exactly. You could try. You could try. Oh,
I love game day. I love game day.
Oh man, it's here, dog. It's here. All the talking, the off season, everything, the speculation. In 2 hours, we're gonna find out, man. And I am. You're right though. There's no trailer. There's no. All we have is like shout out to everybody who gets to be on. You know what I'm saying, at practices. But I don't like, especially after yesterday. I don't like. No, I don't care. I need, like, this is when it matters to me. I don't care how so-and-so look good in practice. I don't care how so-and-so look good in the work. Don't care about none of it. Because today we find out. And this is the first chapter of a story, right? Like, I know us, because there's a reason why we don't do live streams, because this stream would end during the game. Like, because we don't react well. I am a psychopath. I'm a psychopath. Yeah, the things that we said, this channel would be canceled. It'd be over. So
we're not as connected as a lot of people think we are, but we do have a lot of friends in that building, whether it's coaching staff, medical staff, the recruiting side, the media side. We do have some friends in that building, players that we've gotten to know over the past years, coaches we've built relationships with, family of players. So to protect the people that we cool with, that's kind of one of the reasons we don't do live, because we're fans at the end of the day. Yes, we can come on here and be objective when we lose, and we're not the kind of fans that are just going to always praise. So we can be objective, all that. Yeah. But when it get wicked, you just don't really want a camera on any of us.
You can't take it back because you can't take it back. I am a no. Yeah, it's wild, bro. Man, what are you thinking about today, bro? Like, how you feeling? I know it's supposed to be a wet game. Look, the weather was crazy. Polk is out there. Joe is out there. You know what I'm saying? It looks torrential at the stadium. Looks like in the chat, like it's still raining. It looks like it's still raining. What? How does this change for you now? Let's go with the Notre Dame side with CJ Carr, first time starter. I'm sorry, Lloyd Carr's grandson. That's on the.
I don't know who CJ is. I don't know who
CJ. It's Lloyd Carr's grandson. Which makes sense if he plays at Michigan. You say that all the time. You reiterate that. What does that mean at Notre Dame?
It means nothing.
That's Rudy's nephew. Unless that's Rudy's nephew, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care.
I never thought about that. That's crazy.
It doesn't make sense though. Like Ruben, like legacies matter, right? Like I get legacies. That makes
because that's a thing in college football. That's a thing, but his legacy's broken.
We're at that point. We're at the point where like we're seeing like kids of players we saw, like Devin Hester's son just got offered 2031. Like we're seeing that. We're Camden Portis, you know what I'm saying, coming in next year. Like, we're at that point, and we've seen it with like the AJ Highsmiths. That makes sense. But what does it matter who your grandson? I don't care. Yes, Joe is in the building. We're not going to talk about. We're not legally allowed to talk about how that happened. We signed an NDA. That's all we can say about that. We're gonna move.
God bless the group chat, bro.
God bless the group.
He was a fairy.
Shout out to my guy. But yeah, man, how you feeling? CJ Carr starting his first game down in South Florida. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like so we knew they would be somewhat one-dimensional, right? Because their big thing is Jeremiah Love and Price. I feel like there may be more pressure on Lloyd Carr's grandson now. If you think about it, right? So maybe in a dry game, first start of the year, what was he going to throw the ball? 20 times max, maybe 18?
Max. Yeah.
Now he may only throw it 10, but now they're going to matter. Yep. They're going to really, really matter. If we really can, I'm not saying shut down this run game, right? But I'm saying if we can 2 yards on first down, make it 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, then it really, I was going to say that. The only time Mario does drop the depth chart, bro, is he'll mostly do
the minute before
Kane's media. Yeah, and it's right before and it's not, trust me, it's only for the media to have it so that they can let us know who's playing. If it was up to him,
I'm about to pull it up.
He didn't care about them relationships because, contrary to popular belief, Mario does care about his relationships with, local media and stuff like that.
Yep.
If he didn't 100%. Care about them relationships, bro, or there wasn't somebody in that room telling him, hey, Mario, throw him a bone, bro. Like, put the depth chart out. He probably would never put the depth chart out. He probably and often it's wrong. He'll put one out right before the game, and it'd be wrong than a bitch. Like, he'll put one out, tell you Ray starting. You go out there, it'd be the same 2 receivers.
Yep. But little surprise on recruiting. Our guy, little live reaction right here. Gabri Urrutia from 247/Inside the U says top #1 defensive end edge rusher Anthony Jones, Oregon commit, is at the game.
Oh, nice. Damn. This is not a good game to be at because of the weather, though. We want to show you Miami when it's
the weather is crazy.
Yeah.
That
sucks. But we know that.
Where's the depth chart? Somebody send me the link, man.
Yeah, put the link in the chat, y'all. Somebody. I know Gio's probably gonna tweet it too. So if any of y'all are on Twitter.
Yeah, Kane's walk is canceled if you're at the game due to inclement weather.
Oh shit. Yeah, we're gonna have a delay.
Yeah, it's gonna be delayed. All right. Great. Because I wasn't waiting for this game.
Shame for the true freshman. That kind of sucks for the true freshmen not getting to experience their first Kane walk until next week. Or until but maybe the only thing I don't like about delays is you kind of prepare for games to peak at a certain time. Hey, what's up, Steve-O? You kind of prepare to peak at a certain time. So I'll worry about that. No matter what sport you play, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, track, volleyball, hockey, you know what I'm saying? You know when you're putting your uniform on, you know when you're going to stretch, you know when it's, when you want yourself to physically and mentally peak before the game.
You got the routine.
And now there's that. Yeah, now there's that down. There's that. Okay. And that's where I think leadership is important. I think a guy like Carson Beck, I think
keep everybody engaged.
Yep. Guys like Mesidor. Guys that have lived because remember, Beck comes from Georgia, but he's from Florida. These veterans that are from here. Okay, this is what we did in high school when we had a little lull. Hey, this is what we do here in college when we have a little lull. Mesidor gonna say, "Oh, this happens a lot. This is what we do. We're not gonna stretch now. We gonna it's the Lightning. We're not gonna stretch now. We gonna tap in, watch a little bit more film, and then we gonna stretch at this time so that we don't." Those veterans, I think, will help with things like the delay, things like keeping the young guys focused through a delay. Because you jittery before your first game. It ain't JoJo's first game, but it's JoJo's first game as one of the guys. So he probably amped. So a guy like Carson Beck can make sure, hey, let me not let his energy die in this delay. Let me make sure I keep him hyped. Let me make sure the dude that's usually quiet and starts talking right before the game goes back to being quiet. You got to extend your prep a little bit longer. But the veterans, I think, will help with that. Like I said, guys like Mezzi, guys like Wes Bassant, these guys that have been here, been in college football, and been a Miami Hurricane and is used to weather delays, lightning delays, rain delays.
But I think that's in South Florida most of their life, if not all their life, right? Like they're used to this. Yeah,
little things been like, hey, you not from here. Take them cleats off because when it start raining, you may not want these kind of spikes. Now the training staff going to tell you get these. Don't put those on. You're not going to be able to cut. It's that little stuff that I think is going to be huge. A vet in the locker room to be able to say, hey, the gloves with the little stickum, they're not going to work no more. Because once the little things I think will help. And that's why I like having Beck this year, because the rest of the team is so young, especially on offense in that receiver room and that running back room. Having vets
he's the perfect person for this moment. Yeah,
he can pass that knowledge down. Look how young our quarterback room is. He can be telling Luke, all right, before it's time to warm up, this is what we're gonna do, because wet ball, blah blah blah. That's how we usually do it. Like I think that veteran leadership will help us in this lull. Whereas Notre Dame currently is being led by a first time starter. I mean, their defensive captain last year was Kaiser and Watts. They're not there this year.
No, they're not. They're really young. They're really young on both sides of the ball. They're young on both. So look, we don't know who the leader in that room is. Plus, I haven't really delved that much into on that side of it, because after their crazy comments, I was like, I'm gonna back out of this before I crash out. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna leave that where it is. We're not gonna talk about that. Mr. Oviedo says, CB, that's my problem with the rotation. JoJo and I should have more playing time than last year, so they wouldn't have the jitters. Yes, but you have a super experienced room with a super experienced quarterback. Look, me and CB we talk about this shit. Like,
you're preaching to the two who've been screaming about this shit. So
3 years we've been saying this. This is the thing. Like, we know that. In the offseason, like in the press conference that Dawson gave on, was it Monday? Oh, there's gonna be a lot more rotation. Okay, fam. I'm a believer when I see it. don't do this to me.
Me and Ben were like,
I'm not ready to be hurt again. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, I've heard this before. I sent that right to the group chat. I was like, yo, he says rotation.
Yeah, it literally was like,
he said it. He said that word, but we don't know, man. Like, it's hard. Look, yes, you want to see JoJo on the field, but it's hard to take off a Jacoby, a Jacoby George. It's hard. You want to see Ray get snaps. He did get snaps, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't the target when he was on the field. That's the way that works. And when X was, he was the target. That's all reliable. We can't take that away. Like, those performances still matter. But 100%, this is what we talked about. Like, we wanted to see them guys get more snaps. But let's take it all into context. Our defense was so bad, you couldn't rotate in the young guys, because there was never a game we were so in control of that the young guys couldn't. You had to go with dependable guys. And, let's put that in the past. Game 1 of 2025 is here. That we don't look. Now is when the thing is, because they're unproven and we don't know what they are, now is when you rotate, right? Like, now you got to find out who you have. Now is like, yo, if Josh Moore is a baller and he's going to catch everything, then he gains credit. You know what I'm saying? Give him, if Night Carr is going to kill it in the slot or on the outside, you give him credit. You let him cook. Practices, CB, you know this better than me, right? Practices are cool when the lights are on, is when we find out what we have. Like, we had a lot of Green Tree All-Americans, fam, that never showed up on Saturday.
Yeah,
that never showed up. Now is when we find out. We have a bunch of guys. We say we could have 8 receivers. I won't put it's going to get cut down to 5 because all the 3 don't make it. That's just the way this business is. So now we got to find out who we have. If JoJo is that, cook. If CJ Daniels is that, cook. But nobody's entitled to shit. Now you find out what you have. This is a game
where you can earn. You could earn some, because it's going to be an ugly game, right? Who blocking on the edge?
Yep.
Who's blocking downfield? Who's not being and moaning because we're not throwing the football? You may end up getting the extra 5 reps in the next game because you blocked your tail off. So when you are Josh Moore, when you get to go in there, block your tail off, do what you got to do, run the right routes. But yes, this is part of why we were a little worried exiting last year. But there is that duality to it, right? It's like, damn, when do you take this trio off the field? Because you got a veteran quarterback last year that's draft stock, Heisman, all that. I mean, yes, in hindsight, people are gonna say Heisman, y'all. He was
the best player in college football.
Killing last year. Like, come on, bro. He was on come on. So yeah, and I agree. I mean, we've beaten that topic so bad on this show that we try not to talk about it as much anymore. But yes, we definitely did want more of a rotation so that the guys were ready for this year. But to the guys' credit, like JoJo, like Nye, these were big time guys at their schools. So you're just hoping that the moment is never too big for them. We're talking about JoJo, who played on ESPN, Nah, who played on We're talking about guys that played big time college football, traveled. I mean, let's not forget, I know 7-on-7 isn't huge, but these guys travel doing that. They play against the best DBs in the country. They go all around the country. These are Under Armour All-Americans. These are Army All-Americans. So they are used to the moment. So I don't worry about that. And then the way JoJo is, like his demeanor, I don't think any moment's ever too big for him. Like that's why I like Chance a lot too, because Chance just seems like, what's up? Like, is it a state championship game at St. Thomas? Is it 7-on-7 with SFE, or is it a game at Miami? And he's probably the same Chance. So I think it goes just to mental toughness of the team, and the mental toughness comes from the top, right? So we know Mario is going to have these young guys ready. If we know one thing for sure, if you're young and you don't have it in between here, Mario's not playing you. We know that. We know
you might not be on the roster in December.
You know what I mean? Your measurables and all that is cool. But if you don't have it in here, he don't put you on the field. We know that. We don't have to worry about Mario throwing a guy out before he's ready. Mario ain't about that. He's old school. He don't believe you should be playing when you're this young. So if you're playing when you're this young, you better be like that.
Yeah. He won't play you if you're a fifth year senior and you come over here running a 4 or 4-2. We saw that 2 years ago. You will not get a snap at wide receiver.
And he'll yank you. We saw last year, they'll bench you. You keep taking that wrong angle and you'll sit down. He don't care who you are.
Doesn't matter.
What was our Elijah Austin, our great defensive end for us last year? Take another bad angle. Take another bad angle and come sit next to me. I will put Cole McConaughey out there. And we even saw with Cole McConaughey, once they got comfortable with his ability here, he got to be on the field. So I'm not as worried about the young guys in the receiver room, also because there's a calming voice in that huddle. If one of them looks like the lights are too bright, Beck knows what that looks like. He's seen these freshman receivers at Georgia look like, I have no business being out here. Remember how young his receiving core was last year. Remember how bad they were with drops, and kept going to kept trying to instill confidence in them. That guy hasn't died. Like, that's the same guy. He'll be in that huddle going, yo, relax, babe. We do this. You've been cooking Damari in practice. That's just Damari in a whole different uniform, bro. We're
that's
good.
all it is.
We got that. And I think that'll help. Any of those jitters, I think we got the veterans on both sides of the ball. Is it a lot of new guys? Yeah. But Mezzi, we know when he speaks, they listen. Carson Beck on the other side with that experience. CC on that offensive line. We got the guys that have been here that know Mario's voice. They know Miraball's voice. They know what to say and what should be said in these moments. So I'm not as worried about the jitters. I'm just curious to see how it all works. Like, I got a question for you. Are you limiting your expectation for what you want Beck to look like in this first game now because of the weather? And I'm not trying to give Beck a pass, nobody, but like, let's be realistic, bro. It's pouring.
Yeah. Robert Holdup says weather report has it raining light and heavy to the end of the first quarter. I think he's gonna have a quieter first half, but once it clears up and he kind of sees everything that they can kind of throw at him, you know what I mean? That Marcus Freeman could throw at him, because whoever the defensive coordinator is just Monday to Friday. Marcus Freeman today. It's Marcus Freeman today. Like, that's what that is. We know
your
what
day.
Oh,
you are not working today.
Thanks for organizing this during the week. I got this. You take this day off. I'm not as worried. I'm not as worried because I think he's seen everything. Like, it's, like everything you just said, right? Like, he's prepared for everything. He grew up in Florida. Florida weather's the same across the state. Like, it's not anything new. The preparation, having a leader like that in the room. Ruben Maine, same thing. I never thought, and I'm not saying like I didn't think he was gonna have I think he's gonna have a composed game, like 17 of 23. You know what I'm saying? 17 of 23, like 250, 260, and like good at, like, he's gonna make the smart plays because he knows the guys around him need to build that experience. Like his experience isn't just gonna be in the pregame. It's like you said, when he's in the huddle, you see somebody with a little deer in the headlights look. Hey man, calm down. We got this. Like there's nothing that's too big for him, and that's gonna settle everything else. Like, and the complete opposite of that. How does a first-time starter prepare for that? Right? Like how like quarterback is the leader in that building, regardless of like how much you could hide him in the game, how many wide receiver screens you could do, and all that. He's the leader in that building and in that locker room and in that huddle. If he's never prepared, he's never had the run up to a start. Right? Like this is the first time for all that. So how does he like? That was a worry. That I wasn't a worry, but like that was a concern that I had for them to begin with. Because like my interactions with Notre Dame fans haven't been negative, so I haven't had the same like animosity or like you know what I'm saying anger like how we did last year with like the stupid talking points. So it's like, how are you gonna do that? And now you might have to wait. You might have to sit a little longer in a way smaller locker room because that visitor locker room is not as nice as the home locker room and no stadium in the country. You might the closet as a shower. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, you don't get nothing. So how do you deal with that? Because you're like, yo, they waited for this start. They waited for this game just as long as we have. And how do you take it when like, yo, you might have to wait an hour. You might have to wait 45, you know what I'm saying, an hour and a half. That changes your prep time. And then you have to go out there, try to rush it because now the game's at 9 o'clock as opposed to 7:30. What you know what I'm saying? Whatever. How do you pace that out? How do you space that out? Carson Beck has been through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these players, we have a mostly a veteran-laden team, sprinkled in with the perfect amount of young guys, and like I don't have those fears. Like it's just going to be a calm, and it's going to be methodical. Like this isn't going to be a game where like I never thought it was going to be a game where we air it out, and they might surprise me, right? Like where we air it out, and like I think they want to punish them. Oh, you guys think you have the better trenches? I took that personally. You know what I'm saying? Like you think it's
said that shit
and again, like
a mirror ball team, bro, is crazy,
bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
Saying that,
and again, like,
bro,
is like what?
He take that shit personal. He take that shit
you
so
said
personal.
What? You think you're better than me? Okay.
They said they had a better offensive line than us. I said, "Ooh, I hope Mario didn't hear that. I hope he didn't hear that shit."
They hear everything. They hear everything.
Their left tackle's better than ours, apparently. I said, what? Our right tackle's better than y'all left tackle. How about that? What are y'all talking about? Our right tackle's a left tackle, y'all. Just for people.
Our right tackle's a left tackle.
Tackle's an NFL left tackle if he wants to be.
Yeah, if he wants to be. Like I don't have I've had this like, and it might be wrong. Like I've had this like weird calmness leading into this season. Where like, because I know like I haven't had it in years past. It's been like, what are we gonna be? You know what I mean? Like, because I know our trenches are disgusting. Like even last year, you know what I mean? Like, again, like I said again, like everybody's like, oh, Cam balled, fam. Tyler had that same amount of time. Tyler had those same 8 seconds that Cam had. It's what you do with them. And you're gonna tell me Carson Beck, Mr. SEC. Oh, but he left it, so y'all mad now. Is all of a sudden forgotten how to play football? Like that doesn't go away. And if those wide receivers don't have a little struggle, you have an experienced tight end in Alex Bowman. You have an experienced and talented in you know what I'm saying, Elijah Lofton. Who CB? This is a play that I've envisioned in my head. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but let's just. Like he kind of hides behind the line because he's 6'1", 6'2". You know what I'm saying? He's like in that H-back, fullback position, and he comes out of the backfield, and they're gonna see him late, and he's gonna absolutely cook him. Like I don't like because he could hide behind them, right? Because our line is not the old lines that it used to be. We're 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". They're huge. They're houses up there. So what? Like
you put him behind Markel Bell and do a play action. He's hidden.
He's hidden. Like you're not going to see him. You won't see him.
8 foot tall. You won't see him.
He makes Brian McKinney look like a regular person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
he made Bruno look like a regular person.
Yeah, no, like
that's crazy.
That doesn't make sense, bro. Like
I think that's another good point. Tight ends. In a sloppy game like this, you want to control the middle of the field, short passes. Carson Beck with a tight end is as good as we have seen a quarterback be in the past few years in college. Another great point you made there, Ben, is Carson's ability to have seen everything. What did he see last year? A young receiving core that could not bail him out to save his life. And he continued to breathe confidence in them. He continued to try to find guys like Bell down the field. The year before that with Brock Bowers. So we don't think he's going to cook with Bowman and Lofton. We saw what he did with tight ends the past couple years at Georgia. I think there's just nothing they'll be able to throw at him that's going to have him, I ain't seen that before. He has seen the best defenses, the best defensive coordinators. He has had hot games and cold games. He's been the guy that just needs to keep the Georgia train running. And then last year, he was the guy where it's like, we need you specifically. Also, let's not forget that Bama reached out to this dude when he entered the portal. Georgia wanted him back. Like, let's not forget that it's not like if we didn't get Carson Beck, nobody else was interested in him. He's a highly sought after quarterback. If he'd have been in the portal right away after the season, he'd have been the number one quarterback in the portal.
Yeah.
With his numbers coming off of his experience, you don't have to be a fan of his. You don't have to like his game, but the facts are the facts. And all that experience, I think, is just going to help us. I think I agree with the fact that maybe it's let's start slow. But I also wonder if he has a little bit of, y'all forgot who I was in his head. You know what I mean? I wonder if there's a little bit of him going like, I ain't on none of these rankings. I ain't on this little Heisman situation. Because remember, he was a Heisman favorite going into last year.
Yeah, number one. Yep.
So there could be a part of him that's like, oh, y'all thought I was just washed because I got hurt. Yep. So I can see him with a chip on his shoulder, and there goes that confidence thing again, right? Because yes, Jeremiah Love is cold, but when the chips are down and you get in that huddle, ain't nobody looking at the running back. We all looking at the quarterback. And when you look at him and he got that look on his face, like, let's go. Like, it's not just y'all that they down on from last year. They think I'm washed. Bet.
Yep.
He hearing the Miami hater fans saying he not Cam Ward. I'm not, but I'm Carson Beck. And let me show y'all why they came and got me.
Yep.
Listen, y'all. For the second he came here, I felt like he just should have been a Kane. He staring at Latinas too much. Like the TikTok drama. Like I said, oh, he ready to ride, bro. He ready to ride, bro.
Got his car stolen, got it back. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, Lambo truck in Miami. I said, oh yeah, he down.
Yeah, he ready. He ready.
How much do you think he can rely on some of that high school coming from Florida in a wet game like this? Because he's from Mandarin, right? Isn't that like swamp Florida-ish country?
It's Jacksonville. It's more like Jacksonville, so it's more like the up north, whatever east. I think whatever. I don't know. I don't. Well, he played his. The thing is about most state games, like because he's a state champion. He played it. That's played in South Florida. So know they travel. You come down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. Like he's played in all weather. You know what I mean? Like I'm all like my Gigi says, it's Duval, man. Like it's gonna be. I'm not worried about it. I just again, bro, like it's a weird feeling, CB. Like being like
I was about to say you are calm, Ben. As well, like I'm so curious. Like my mood is curious for this year. You're very calm. And you're usually not so calm, but you're very calm for this for not just this game, even the season outlook. What is it? If you could, what is it? Do you know what it is that has you so like not over the top, not you're not too up or too down. You're more so just like, all right, what is it, bro?
Like I watch a lot of trends of how people act, right? Like, and when the national pundits are, you know what I mean, like seem to have a certain narrative, I always question it, right? Like the $6 million graphic multiple times from On3 for Carson Beck. That probably wouldn't have been dropped if he goes to Bama. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we got to see what this defense is, not adding in the context of like they have a whole all new teachers in that room, right? When it's a very lazy way to do it, or I'm like, oh, there's something going on here, right? Like there's a reason why they're all saying the same shit, and now they got to backtrack. So, like, I believe in these trenches, man. Like, that's the foundation of everything for me. I don't feel, and it could be all wrong, and it could, you know what I'm saying, we'll find out tonight. But like, there's a belief in that, in those trenches, that like I've never had before. Because we would have, CB, we watch this shit heavy, bro. Like, we would have one good offensive lineman out of 15. And people will try to tell you lies like, oh, so-and-so is going to play good. Fam, like, I went to the first spring game under Mario Cristobal. I was taller and bigger than most of those on linemen. That should never, to me, you should look like I saw Jaden Wilkerson in spring this year. That young man is already already bigger than me.
Yeah, he's huge.
So the expectations are different. And like, I don't want, and I don't need like my offense to be like, I saw a couple people like, oh, it's gotta be, you know what I'm saying, variety and all that stuff. Like, I just want perfect execution. Right? Like, and the thing, like, and they're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to know what it is, because when was the last time we had continuity in the offensive side and coaches? That whole offensive side stayed.
That's everybody huge point.
Yeah. There's nobody different there, so it's not like, oh, let's switch it up, because this wide receiver KB's been there 3 years. Dawson's going on his third year. Matt Merritt's going on his third year. So when you bring in new coaches, you have more questions. On the defensive side, bro, like, I know people think it's a small thing because we pass it over because how it's talked about from national media, national pundits. A school is suing because of a defensive back, right? Like, and no shit, like that tells you, like, if he was Diany Hill, again, no disrespect, you're not suing, right? Like, you're like, all right, man, wish you the best of luck. If your coaches, if you want to have that, which they don't talk about, and then, you know what I'm saying, say how that Miami's getting sued, not the fact that I think Wisconsin had like 200 infractions of you know what I'm saying, inappropriate contact. Don't even talk about that.
He entered the portal. They said no. They said no.
No, you're not going.
You can't do that.
You can't keep me. Like, and it's
the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, the continuity of that, it's something that we haven't had in so long, and we just kind of gloss it over because we go to the negative shit that has happened, right? Fam, we have 30 defensive backs. I might be exaggerating. We probably have like 20, but we have legit 20 defensive backs. Yeah. Like, we had 7 going into last year, and there was comments like, yo, more doesn't necessarily mean better. Fam, you have more options. You have more guys you can rely on and lean into. That can't, like, if you like, Daryl Porter should have never been a slot last year. You didn't have another you didn't have another nickel. You didn't have another nickel. You have 3 nickels, possibly 4 that you could go into if you want to put Damari there. Like, that stuff matters, man. Like, it can't just be like, oh, but we don't. Yes, there's a they don't know, but like, we have 3 to 4, let's say 3 to 4 deep at each position in the defensive back room. And, you know what I'm saying, that third one would have been probably one of our better corners or safeties years back. We can't just gloss over that, because if we weren't last year, 2025 is not 2024. And I saying all that, and like the confidence and like the calmness, I still feel weird having the calmness. Like, understanding that, it's still like, yo, like, this is a new feeling. Now, again,
yeah,
at 11 o'clock, at 11:30 tonight, I could be totally wrong. And I go,
we'll see.
We'll see. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. But this is a matchup that, like, both teams do similar things, and their quarterback is starting his first game ever, dog. Like, at some point, he's going to need to make a play. If his first read isn't there, that his first read was always there, because, again, I watched a little bit of it, how they made it hard for him in practice was him not handing the ball off to Jeremiah Love. That's not a hard practice. You're going basically 7-on-7, and your first read. What happens when your first read isn't there? Because it's not going to be there. Like, it's not. We know what Mike Denbrock does. He's a great offensive coach. Did his thing with Jaden Daniels, but he's done those things with running quarterbacks. CJ Carr don't run, dog. CJ Carr don't run. Like,
also, if you're facing a rookie quarterback, or a freshman quarterback, what's your first thing? Take away his first read. Make him think.
First read. Yeah.
Y'all think Heatherman ain't taking away his first read? Y'all crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. That who blinks first, Ben? Is it our inexperienced secondary or is it the inexperienced quarterback? Who do you think blinks first? Who do you think makes the first? I don't want to say mistake, meaning giving up a bomb or throwing a pick, but there's going to be that moment where either CJ Carr misses a wide open receiver or one of our corners, one of our new guys makes a mistake. Who do you think makes the first mistake? Our secondary or him?
I think he makes the first mistake is once he gets hit, because he's never been hit, right? Like he hasn't been hit. What's 4 snaps? And I think all 4 plays he handed it off. He hasn't thrown a pass in a college football game, not even out of bounds. I think his first hit, he's going to be like, oh, wait a second. Because red jersey, black jersey, all offseason, right? Hasn't been touched. Hasn't been tackled to the ground. I think that's the one. Bagging up says, you want smash mouth football with simple concepts? No, man. Like, that's not what we're saying. You're thinking 3 yards in a cloud of dust. I'm saying if JoJo has to run a 6-yard out, he runs it on the 6 yard and makes the cut. I'm saying the execution is done perfectly. You don't need to do annexation of. You don't need to do annexation of Puerto Rico, flea flickers. Like we don't need to be a gimmick offense. You know, like real like look at college football playoffs last year. None of them ran a gimmick offense. Oregon did. They got dog walked by Ohio State. You know what I mean? There's no gimmicky offenses. Penn State doesn't run a gimmicky offense. Execute. Look at yesterday, Ohio State, Texas, right? Like execute. That's not crazy. That's inside run, outside zone. There's not crazy concepts. If you execute your play and your men do their job, that's what we got to do. That's it.
Yeah, you know I would like to have a little bit of smash mouth football at the start of the game, though.
Yeah,
I do want to punch him in the mouth because, for one, our strength is our offensive line. So get those guys going, and the way you get them going is by running the football. So if we can get a 7-yard carry or an 8-yard carry on that first drive, just a little something where the offensive line feels engaged, I think that'll bode well for us. I don't want to say a simple game plan because simple sounds conservative.
Right.
Which is why I like how you worded it. Just execute. If it's gonna be a play action with an 8-yard post, let's stick that foot in the ground at 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I want just execution, because in a wet game like this, it's the sloppiness that'll hurt you. It's breaking your route off a little bit earlier, so the ball's high. Now you go tip it. Now it's a pick. You know what I'm saying? It's it's thinking homeboy got me on the inside if they run a stunt and not saying it.
Yep.
And now they run that stunt and the guard thinks he's supposed to come outside to help you, and now buddy crossing his face.
Yeah.
It's the little execution. And I think if you execute early, even in sloppy games, you can still have explosive offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even a bubble screen, if you execute right, can be a 60-yard play.
Facts. If you're
like you said, hit the 6-yard out, make the cut out after 6. Yeah. And that's 13 yards. You know what I mean? If you execute. But that goes back to tackling too on defense. Turn their 4-yard slants into 4-yard gains. Tackle.
Done. Mm-hmm.
If Jeremiah Love gets to the second level, safety come down, make that play. Make it a 6-yard gain, not a 16-yard gain.
Mm-hmm.
Just execute. No, I don't think any of us want to see vanilla just because that's not fun football.
Nope.
But also understand the situation. It is raining. Let's not come out and be goddamn Hawaii from 2008. Like it is raining.
Oh, Cole Brennan. Timmy Chang.
Always.
Oh my God.
Always. Player development. That's a good point.
Player development is what I'm looking at.
That's a good point.
Now, for that concept.
Somebody in the chat, real quick, Ben, before you go, in the chat, put in the chat, who do you want to see improve from last year to this year? Let's piggyback on that player development. Somebody that was on the squad last year. Who are you looking for tonight to see if they improve?
I mean, we got to look at it like that old like we like lost over that old line because the standard that Alex Mirabal has set in that room. But we have 1 5-star on that line. Everybody else was underrated. Anas Cooper was 1196 ranked, and you know what I'm saying.
Markel Bell went to JUCO.
Markel Bell went to JUCO and came in and had one struggle against VT, but got better, reshaped his body. Like defensive line, Mezzi's back for his 5th year, 4th in the program. Ruben Bain slipped down. Linebackers, we'll see what step West takes. West is one guy. West is one guy that if there's a name in and it's not, he's been consistent. If there's one guy that I want to take that next step just to like calm everybody's nerves, because again, like he's been one of the better linebackers we've had. He hasn't just been to like the Hall of Famers that we've had, but that's also an unfair thing. There's only so many Hall of Famers. Think about the amount of linebackers we've had.
I think we unfairly judge linebacker too because of what we've seen.
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah,
we do nostalgia We do nostalgia ranking. Like we forget, like after like what maybe like Shaq Quarterman and Michael Pickney. Like that's probably the last time that we had. You know what I'm saying? Guys that were good. There's a lot of seasons, a lot of linebackers.
Yeah. There were some me and you size motherfuckers in the middle for a little bit.
Yeah, there was a couple guys that were like, yo, questionable that they should be there. You know what I'm saying? Sub TV says, shout out to the Dono, appreciate you. I want to see Shannon add more layers to his formations, and Ray and Marion need to be part of the running game. We did see, you know what I'm saying, some plays like that. Look, everything's on the table, and this would work too. I give it to Sub TV, like some option reads with them. Because you know what I'm saying, you could give them a little flick, and you could give it to them because now you have more guys. Last year, as good as our wide receivers were, we lacked speed. Right, we did. There was nobody that could take the top off. There might be a Nye Carr might jump in there. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what's what, and there's a lot of possibilities. Thank you, Sutton, for the dono. Appreciate you. Let's get more caught up on these comments.
And they did try to address the speed. I mean, remember a couple years ago they tried to bring in Tyler Harrell. We thought, Robbie would be a take the top off the defense guy. It's just sometimes it doesn't work out how you want, but they have tried to get that one guy that could be the speed guy. So it would be cool to see who does it this year. Oh, yeah, the president.
Yeah.
Shout out to Prez.
Again,
shout out to Prez.
Think about that.
Look how long ago that was.
Look how long ago that was, though.
Yeah.
Look,
he's a veteran in the NFL now. He's a vet.
Yeah, I think he's like 10 years into the league. Like, that's a long time ago. That's a lot of linebackers year over year.
That's a lot of linebackers.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Is
that the most secondary is so easy because our secondary was historically bad last year, but is that the position group that probably has the most to prove is linebacker? Because if you ask someone to build the defense this year, I think you put 5 of us in the same room, all 5 of us probably got a different set of linebackers.
Yeah.
And it's damn near just 2 of them. But I think all of us are picking a different set. Whether it's, we all got maybe one person, but, some of us will say, let's put the vets. Let's go Popo and West. Some people are going to say, young guys, let's go Wiley and Popo or Pruitt and West. You think that's the position group other than secondary? I feel like secondary is easy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like a couple years ago saying quarterback. Secondary is easy. Our secondary was bad last year. We know they got something to prove.
I think the whole defense has something to prove. I think a lot of these young men, because a lot of them stayed, right? Like, I think only 2 transfers, right? Like, and both of them were in the secondary. Yeah, most of them stayed. So, like, again, and I'll say it again, like, if we build the narratives, right, for some other people, I'm building this and that. If everybody was fitting on that side of the ball, it was the teachers, not the players. Like, if everybody didn't know what their job was, it was the teachers, not the players. Regardless of how bad they looked, they played the same bad week after week. That's not on the players. That's on the teachers. Same mistakes. Same. They were being asked the same shit. None of that changed. All those guys are gone. Onto greener pastures, but whatever it is. So the whole defense has something to prove. The secondary's rebuilt. All new guys, right? Except for Damari, OJ, who. Like, we forget OJ again. OJ came in the fall, fam. Like, he came in the summer, 6 weeks before the season, and like he wore them. You know what I'm saying? Was out there with the short shorts, doing his thing.
Hey,
yeah, we got
fix that.
Yeah, those got.
I want to see that shit this year. I don't want to see that shit this year, bro. What's up with the shorty shorts? But that's another thing, bro. He'd been through the fire last year, like the real fire. I mean, that Syracuse game was rough for him, but they left him on an island. Imagine the confidence he has going into this year, knowing, oh shit, there's a safety over the top that really got my back. Like, that really got my back. Not like last year. That really has my back over the top. Imagine the confidence he has in believing I can probably take a player or two off now. Not off on the field, but if I'm tired, I can step to the sideline for a second. Somebody can come in. At some point last year.
He had to play last year. Yeah, he had to play.
We didn't have the bodies. He just had to.
Man, you could bring him off and bring on Ethan O'Connor, right? Like you could bring on a Damari. There's levels in depth now that we didn't have last year. You might fuck around and bring in a Jabari Antoine. You know what I'm saying? If he's right, again, state champion. You know what I'm saying? Like broken. Like the dude's done this thing. I don't get it, bro. I don't. For a lot of people, man, it's hard. It's hard to fathom like that we were what we were last year, and just want to focus on the niggas like bagging up in here. Was it bagging up? Talking about the simple concepts. We had the number one offense last year. Not like I don't. You know how hard it is. Was it 133 teams, 132? You know how hard it is to do that week after week? Yes, you had to score. Fam, you know how hard it is to score? Look at the games yesterday. Yes, there were some blowouts when you played lesser teams. But like we had the number one offense. And if you want to give Cam all the credit, again, the teachers in the room could have been like, no, you're running my offense. And to the detriment of the team. Like he knows what he's doing. Like Tyler made the mistakes he made because he had issues reading different coverages. Those same plays were there to be had. Like that didn't change. Like the execution was there. Again, like I don't want gimmicky offenses, and I'm never gonna want it. Straight up football, though. Like straight up football. At the end of the day, Alonzo Heisman said on the show, tackle, you know what I'm saying, block, speed. It's a simple game. It's
really a simple game. Yeah, we complicate it, but at the end of the day, why didn't we make the playoff last year? We didn't tackle very well. We didn't cover very well, and we weren't disciplined. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't guys weren't flying around the field and catching interceptions. No, we weren't tackling. We were not disciplined. We were screaming set the edge every week. You know, if we have a little bit of discipline last year, we're probably in the playoff.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm excited to see
if we had 5% more discipline.
Just a little bit of discipline.
More. Yeah, make 3 more plays. We're in the playoffs.
So I'm excited to see, bro. There's no better motivator than falling short. Those juniors last year, they felt that. They had the number one offense in the league in college. And those of us that are college football fans, we understand that there are teams in the lower of Division I and G6 conferences that throw at the football. We're talking about the Hawaiis. We're talking about the it's not crazy rare, but to have a potent passing attack like that and be number one and be in a power 4, usually it's, somebody from Kent State is you know what I mean? All them years at JP Lossman and all those guys, Texas Tech for years would have the numbers Cam put up last year. So what we saw last year was truly special. And it goes to show what we saw last year on defense was truly historically bad. Yep. But those guys have to come back, and they have a chip on their shoulder. Ruben Bain, Western Kentucky. We know Ruben Bain has a chip on his shoulder. We know Wes has a chip on his shoulder. We know these guys that felt like, damn, did we just rob ourselves out of something special?
Yep.
We kept saying it last year, right? This is a special season happening, y'all. Tap in. Those of y'all not going to games, make sure you buy a ticket, bro. This is special. Imagine how they feel. Yeah. They probably feel like, damn, that could have been our shot to like really. That motivator is different, bro.
Yeah.
And they're hearing all the nonsense. They're hearing all the, this defense is going to be trash again. What does it matter if it's a new quarterback? Look what this defense did last year. They're hearing all that. So if anything, I'm so excited for them guys. I'm excited
Mhm.
for Mezzi. I'm excited for Booker Pickett. I'm excited for Cole McConaughey. I'm excited for all those guys that had to suffer last year. And I know week after week it had to be so stressful going, bro, how can we just not give up 30? Like, I know that had to be so
Yep.
stressful. So I know they're coming into this year not just with a chip on their shoulder, but with some purpose. And it goes straight back to Ben's initial point on how to win this game. Their purpose probably isn't, I'm going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Their purpose is probably, bro, if we just execute,
Yep.
we're probably in the playoff.
Yep. Yeah. That's
We
all
just
I gotta
execute.
do.
We got another veteran quarterback. Yeah, he's not Cam Ward, but he's damn good.
Yep.
Mark Fletcher, Jordan Lau, offensive line built by the gods.
Yep.
You know, Ruben Bain is preaching to the younger guys and the new transfers that, hey, y'all are the missing pieces. We just need to execute. I don't need you to have a 10 interception year. I don't need you to be Ed Reed. I need you to be Maury Sykes. I need you to be solid. I need you to be where you're supposed to be.
Do your job.
Do your job.
That's it.
And I think that's why I'm excited for this year, bro. I'm excited to see those guys on defense get back. I want that so bad for them because our defensive line, because of the totality of what that defense looked like, people assume our defensive line played bad last year. They did not. As a group, people assume they did.
Yeah.
Now, yes, we had some issues setting the edge and that, but Ruben Bain,
but
even
we
after
constantly asked to crash inside.
Yeah,
we were constantly asked to crash inside. Yeah.
Why
multiple games.
Nobody knows. But I'm happy for them. I want to. Yeah. I'll tell you what. All right, here we go. Let's have some fun. What's gonna make you lose your mind if you see it in the first quarter? Sound off in the chat. If you see what is it that if you see it in the first quarter is gonna have you crashing out on Twitter?
Ruben Bain stunned inside.
Just with the defensive tackle loop.
With the defensive tackle, I will
fucking lose.
If I see him stunting with Armand Moan, I'm gonna lose my motherfucking mind. I don't.
We love you, Mo. You know we love you on this show. You know we love you. You are dog for real.
We do have shout out to the Notre Dame fans in the chat talking crazy. Would love going for 120. Okay.
Notre Dame fans, give us y'all prediction, bro.
All football.
Respect y'all.
Our football. What love goes for 120 in the first quarter. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Let me tell you something, buddy. If your boy go for 120 in the first quarter, this game is over. There's no football game on the planet where a running back goes for $120 in the first quarter and the other team isn't cooked. We are firing somebody if he goes for $120.
You're staying at Hard Rock.
Yeah,
you're staying at. We're hiring somebody to replace you. Ed Orgeron wants to come back to coaching. We'll make some things happen. No,
it's not even realistic, bro. That's nuts. I think his best game last year was 140. So if he does that on us in a quarter, it's crazy. But for me, it's the bubble screens, bro. No more screens to the short side of the field.
I hate
use space.
Yeah. Use space,
please, for the love of
Christ.
Just use space. But I don't know if there's anything they can do to crazy trigger me. The bubble screen or the stunts would trigger me a little bit.
Okay,
it would trigger me a little bit.
I had a conversation with Joe.
Start dropping Mezzi back in coverage.
I'll turn the TV off. I will turn the TV off. I'll start watching something else. I can't do it then. CB, I wanted to ask you, man, you had to watch Notre Dame last year. You got family, you know what I'm saying, that loves that's a big fan of the Irish. How big of an impact, because Ghost of Judah Tribe is in the chat, you know what I'm saying, a Irish fan. How much of an impact on the running game is not having Riley Leonard as an option running back, right? That ran for almost 1,000 yards, going to impact, break it down for us, going to impact the Jeremiah Love.
I actually think bigger than they want to admit. And here's why. Anytime you're doing that read option, your defensive ends can't crash. They have to wait. Your linebackers are probably taking a step in the wrong direction because Jeremiah Love is so dynamic. But then you start to worry about Riley out the backside. So it freezes everybody for a hot second. And Jeremiah Love's got that quick.
Yeah.
The guy who really benefited from it too was, I think he's hurt though, is Aeneas Williams. But when you run that read option, it is essentially not just to make that option guy, which is usually a defensive end, think. It's to pause that defense for a second. It also helps your tight ends. That read option tight end right up the seam. The reason that works is the linebacker has to be either flat-footed or he takes a step forward. Now my tight end leaks right behind him.
Yep.
Usually football really is 10 on 11. I know it's a weird concept to think about, but the quarterback is not involved in plays. When it's 11 on 11, it's a lot different. I now have to account for him. One of my linebackers has to account for Riley Williams or Riley Leonard. It's also on a pass play. I may have to keep a spy in now. That's one less linebacker in coverage. A lot of linebackers can't even run sideline to sideline with Riley. So now your nickel or your safety is having to be that spy guy. But that's one less guy in coverage. So if that's one guy that his whole thing is he's thinking about Riley, and then I take that shotgun snap and I'm staring at you, you can't react because I'm staring at you. Because if you take a step that way, I'm gonna pull this mug.
Yeah.
So when I give, there's no way you got a good angle on Jeremiah now as a safety. As a linebacker, you're a little slow. You can't overrun. If I do overrun, Riley pulls, he goes out the backside. It's at least a first down. Third and shorts, when no one would be open, and we forget how physical of a runner he was. Third and shorts, when he's putting his head down like a fullback and get you a third and short. You're not getting that now. Now you got to line up and beat somebody because CJ Carr is probably not giving you that. It's just a different style of quarterback. It changes not just what you do in the running game. It changes your play action. It changes all of that, even your blitz packages, right? I'm not pinning my ears back and getting up the field on Riley Leonard because if I get up the field and he steps up and through and I'm in man coverage, he's gone. So now I'm having to teach my defensive linemen to punch, hold, don't go up the field, hold that offensive lineman so that if he goes to the right, you can olay him and then go attack. But you can't attack as a defensive line because you'll over pursue. You over pursue a quarterback like that, you lose containment, and Riley makes you pay. You're not worried about that with CJ Carr. So guys can get up the field. Those linebackers can trust that first fake because maybe if you are wrong and he pulls, it's CJ Carr. I'm not worried about CJ Carr beating me to the edge. I don't have a safety that's spying on CJ Carr. So now that's my guy over the top, or that's my guy that I can put inside the box. It's another guy in the box now to stop Jeremiah Love because I don't have to keep him as a spy. I'm not worried about the play action game as much either. Riley really did give that offense a completely different dynamic. And last year when those receivers were struggling, he really bailed them out with his legs. Like Ben said, damn near 1,000 yards on the ground.
You can't just discount that, bro. Like
you cannot discount what he did last year and his toughness at quarterback. He looked like he needed to be in a pool of ice after most of those games. He's putting his head down on 3rd and inches and getting first downs for them. You know, a lot of times Jeremiah Love is banged up last year. That's another thing they don't want to admit. Is Jeremiah Love even going? Is he 100% healthy?
Yeah, we don't know. He didn't get a lot
when
of.
When has he been healthy? When has he been 100% healthy?
He hasn't.
He's dynamic as hell. But is he healthy? Can he really take the pounding now? Because 3rd and short, it's him and Price now. Ain't no Riley. It changes that offense. It really does. And I know they don't want to admit that, but it does. And at some point, I need all y'all Notre Dame fans to admit that the quarterback starting is not the one y'all wanted. We'll talk about that another day, though. But y'all did not want him. Miss me on y'all's weird CJ Carr thing because y'all did not want him.
Ghost of Judah doing some high level trolling. I respect it because he's not being crazy. No disrespect. I'm not talking crazy like some other of his people. So shout out to him, man. Never mind. But there was the release of the depth chart. Gio put it up. Should I share? Let me share this.
What we got?
Let's share this screen right here. Shout out to Gio, always doing great work.
Shout out to the
Let's
chat.
see where we at. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all. Got 290 rocking with us right now. All right. If you don't know who's going to start, let's scroll this up. A little guy named Carson Beck, 24-3 in the SEC. Embry
who knew?
2, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Who knew? Look at this guy, Orts right here.
Look at that
Fletcher.
See, Mario do whole shit like that. Look at the running back. Look at the running back.
Fletcher or Lyle or Brown, Willie Humphrey or Pringle. So that means we got 3 running backs in the backfield.
I love Mario so
Marion,
much, bro.
Keelan Marion, okay, as the starter on one side. Yeah. Josh Moore, Chance Robinson third. Okay. Daniels or Trader on the other side. Carr Upshaw, slot, Malachi, Tony, or
I done broke the turnover
Justin.
chain. I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Tight ends, Lofton and Bauman get your starts. We got 6 tight ends, and they're legit. Shout out to Jack Nickel as well. I
just want to add that was my preseason long shot, was that he would be our starting slot guy. I just want to add that.
Yeah.
I just want
we classified you rushing about to fucking cook. About to cook. All right, at left tackle, if you don't know, it's Markel Mountain Bell. Let's make the thing.
Yeah.
McCoy or Sampson with Rodriguez. Ooh, Sampson.
That's a big ass offensive line, bro.
Dog, what we talking about? Right now? All right, center James Brockenmeyer.
What's up, though? Yeah. You see who the backup right guard? Okay, man. Yeah. Shout out to the two freshmen.
Shout out to Max Buchanan, man. Absolutely.
That makes me happy.
Man, I never doubted him. The man had a mullet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when you have a mullet, you don't give a F. I'm trying not to curse. You don't give a F. I saw him
take his shirt off in freezing cold weather, bro.
He don't care, dog. He's crazy.
Mirrorball.
All right. Future top 3 pick. You know what I'm saying? CeCe Marinoa. Shout out to Tommy Kinsler, man. Backup right tackle. Let's go. Derek Plaz.
There we go. Plaz making the depth chart. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
This is where it get important.
You know what I'm saying? Ruben Bain on the edge with Blunt right behind him. He's gonna rotate. Again, we don't say that enough. Shout out to all the haters in the chat. Notre Dame fans scrolling in. Appreciate y'all. Always respectful. Don't say nothing crazy because I will block you or ban you from the chat. Easy and quick. Got Bain or Blunt. Problem. Blunt to me is a special young man. That kid could be like the only Myron role. Like he could be a role scholar if he wanted to. The man is brilliant. You know what I'm saying?
He absolutely, he quite literally probably will be some type of ridiculous. I mean, he was Dean's List last year already. He's interesting this year because I think he's our future Mesidor, inside, outside, do whatever he wants to do, can do whatever he wants to do. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Shout out to Alpaca Lips. Weird thing.
We're gonna run a 2 tight end set.
Yeah, we're running 2s. Let's go with Moore is not starting.
Carson Beck is eating this fucking offense. We're running
Keelan Marion is starting. Keelan Marion is it.
I like that.
Is starting. All right, back to the edges. All right, so Bain Blunt, DTs, David Blay, Dante Simpson, fam.
Shout out to the youngin, bro. That's my guy. Simpson, Shout out, Dante. We proud of you, bro.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Dalen Russell making the depth chart too. Shout out to Dalen
Russell making the depth chart. Got Scott or Moten and Blunt as that 3rd or 6th tight end if you want a 6th defensive tackle. Edge, Mezzi, my guy Lightfoot or Malik Bryant or Booker Pickett.
Everybody behind Mezzi is crazy. Mezzi got dogs behind him.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm getting hyped, CB. All right. Chase Smith or Bobby Pruitt on the Sam. Mid, got Mo Toure, Aguirre, Popo, Smith again. You know what I'm saying? 2 spots, dope for him.
That is Jalen Alderman. Though. I mean, I think some of us kind of knew that was a possibility, but him being the starter in the middle is.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll talk after the game.
He played for Corey Heatherman. You know what I'm saying? Already knows it. And at the wheel, got Wesley and Kamal Bonner is gonna get snaps. Shout out to young Wiley is probably gonna get some snaps in here too. All right,
this is where it gets interesting. Yeah,
Frederick or O'Connor, Chris Ewald already in there. Charles,
let's
Brantley.
Go, young Ewald.
Yeah.
Oh,
got Lucas. Yeah.
Timeout. Let's time out there.
Yo.
Ewald's above Brantley on the depth chart?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of my younger bro. I'm so proud of my younger bro. Let's go, Evolve.
Let's go, though. Hey, man, real quick, we're breaking down the roster. Shout out to Gio Million. Absolutely does great thing. Check out what's the smoke. Check out everybody that does. Check out Comics on Kane's Insight. Everybody, man, appreciate it and love y'all. Make sure to smash that like button. Got 291. Got Notre Dame fans in the chat. Keeping it straight football. Absolutely love it. Never ever talk crazy. You know what I'm saying about this Notre Dame fan stuff. Appreciate y'all. Even if you are trolling, don't mind it at all. Y'all giving us the views, and we appreciate you. All right, so that's one DB. Xavier Lucas, you know they like to sue, or Damari Brown,
and we gonna start him. I love it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And Jabari Antoine right there at the nickel. Keontae Scott.
Okay.
Isaiah Taylor, I think is his name. Jason's son, Isaiah, right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've heard he's a good piece.
And Kelly. Yeah, he's a good piece. He was in the, you know what I'm saying? He was in the little video that they did. So again, he's gonna work, bro. His pops is right there. You're not gonna bullshit when your pops is right there.
Facts.
Safety, you got Poiser, Bryce Fitzgerald, number 2. Markeith Williams, 3 on the free side. Strong, Jacoby Thomas, Dylan Day, son. Do you see what it says there? Do you see what it says at safety? Yeah. You see that second or right there? Cameron,
we up this year, boy. We up this year. No, most improved player, boy.
A 240-pound safety. Who? Yo, we gonna talk. All right.
Our special teams unit going to be crazy. All these backups are headhunters. Our special team unit is going to be crazy this year.
So at kicker, Abner Davis, who knows, punter, Dylan Joyce, reliable, kick returner, Keelan Marion, or Keontae Scott, or Jordan Lyle. Punt returner, Keontae Scott, or Ray, or Malachi Tony. Man. So,
ooh. I'm excited for Marion as a returner. I feel like we haven't had like a guy in a while.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm excited for that. As a returner, I think we've all been kind of hoping that we get have somebody that could be explosive in the return game over these past couple years. We've had to kind of have sure hand guys out there. Like we knew X wouldn't drop the ball, and X wouldn't muff punt, so that's why he was back there. But we haven't had a threat, like a true threat. So it'll be cool to have a very long time. Polk has just met every Kane in the history of Miami, by the way.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait, did Ghost of Judah say something crazy? Do I got to block him, chat?
Oh, God. What'd he say, y'all?
I don't know.
By the way, shout out to the chat for roasting him into oblivion, bro. They have just
it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Shout out to y'all, man. So, CB, we just ran through we're going to be out of here in like 10 minutes. We just ran through the depth chart. What are your initial thoughts? Fam, off top, I'll go first. Cameron Bobby Pruitt in the safety room. Cameron Bobby Pruitt.
That last year class is starting to really show its head. That class is really starting to show its head. Yep. Pruitt, Day, Frederic, Damari, Blunt, Pickett. I didn't see McConaughey on there, which was weird.
No, he's not there. We'll talk about that off.
Interesting. But we're starting to see them show their face. I think we all talked about it. It was probably that class that's going to be the most important class for Mario. And those got Jordan Lyle is getting to step into his role. We're even seeing guys like Plaza or Manayo who didn't really make the depth chart last year. We're seeing them on the depth chart.
Oh no, yeah, we're getting racist in the chat. Let me ban this guy.
Oh, come on, bro.
He was doing so good. He's out.
He was racist. He
couldn't help it.
He was
like, you know what I'm saying? It was like you talk so much. It's like,
had to at some point.
You know, like that Arthur meme. You know what I'm saying? Where like he has like his fist walled up. Like I can only hold it so much. I'm gonna get racist. Like you couldn't. Like there's fam, our interactions with Notre Dame fans has been all football. Like, he got upset because our if you're gonna come into our chat,
they gonna roast.
Be ready, dog. We gonna roast. We get roasted. Don't get sensitive now.
We get flamed by our own chat, bro.
Yeah.
Every time I'm on this show, I get flamed. Yeah. Future opposing fans, we cool with y'all. Come to the chat, talk shit, all that. Yeah. Just don't get out of pocket. Like, it's all fun. At the end of the day, we gonna make jokes. Y'all will make jokes. If your joke funny enough, we gonna put it on the screen. Like we not.
And here's the thing. If you're gonna come in here, if you're gonna come in here and roast, don't have a fake ass Avi as your image.
Yeah, be you.
Be you. Put your face behind it. That's all we're saying. Like, I get roasted, right? I roast our fans, but I'm not. If I don't know what you look like, you don't even like yourself.
Yeah,
you don't even like you.
Come on.
You trying to hide.
Be you, and pull up, what I mean, have fun, but keep it respectful. Because remember, at the end of the day, we're gonna block you. Like, if you get out of pocket,
we're gonna block you.
First off, we're gonna unblock you. Second off, our chat is ruthless. Like, they are not very nice to us, y'all. So they're not.
We get cooked, and we love it. Like, we go back and forth. I think
that's what this is about.
Yeah, they got real weird.
Put a face on it, man. Don't hide behind Alex 00744444448. Like, be you, bro. That's not your name. Your mama didn't name you that.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. So back to the depth chart. How you feeling?
I'm excited, bro. I really feel like last year's class is starting to peek its head now. They're really starting to. They're either starters now or they're backups, and we're seeing guys that jump some guys. You know what I mean? Like, from this year's class, even Chris Ewald being ahead of a guy like Charles Brantley, who comes from Michigan State. Bryce Fitzgerald being ahead of Markeith Williams. We're starting to see some of those. We had an off podcast chat about our blue chip rate, which On3 loves to cycle this and tweet because it makes us look bad. So On3 loves to post that blue chip rate bullshit tweet, like neglecting the other blue bloods that are also on that list. But whatever. So to see those guys be who we thought they were, to see Kellen Wiley, to see Bryce Fitzgerald, Chris Ewald, Jabari Antoine, to see those guys, Pringle, Dylan Day, Cameron Pruitt, to see those guys, even like I said with Wamanai and Plaz, who wouldn't make the game day depth chart last year, showing up on the depth chart. That's showing us that, okay, some of this blue chip talent is now starting to be nurtured. The ones that are not here for a reason. The ones that stuck are thriving. They're growing. They're getting better. I like that. Another thing I noticed from that depth chart is don't be comfortable in your spot. Mario don't care. If somebody comes in and they outperforms you, they will play and they will start. I respect that so much about Mario, bro. There's some guys on there that I love you out of death, but some of these conversations we got to have off chat, and we will, because there's some guys on there that I'm like, I never thought they'd be second or even third just because of loyalty and X, Y, and Z. But what I love about Mario is if you do the work, you put your head down and you work, good things will happen for you. We saw that last year with some of the younger guys who actually got some PT because they just showed up and put in the work. So I'm happy. I'm happy to see Justin Scott can possibly start. I think, like I said, that last year's class, it's their time to put their stamp on this team. And it looks like a lot of them are in position now to do it. What stood out to you about the depth chart?
Cameron Bobby Pruitt stood out to me immediately. That was crazy. Just, man, like there's some transfers, but that's so much of the recruiting. Like that's so much of the guys Mario's brought in year over year, right? Like the OJs of the world. Like these gems have been found. It's just, fam, I'm so ready now. Like this is kind of what we thought it was, but like a Chris Ewald, yes, he's, you know what I'm saying, technically third, but to be that means he's right there. He's gonna get some snaps.
That means he's there.
He's right. He's there, right? Like that's big. the Bryce Fitzgerald being in there. You know what I'm saying? Like the young guys that came in and were ready to work. That shows that look, it's was it my guy D Smoke from a competition. He goes, growth is an uncomfortable process, right? It takes a lot to get there.
Facts.
It takes a lot, and it's not just the winning. Yes, we could have won during whatever, but like you start bringing in a guy like Bryce Fitzgerald. When was the last time that? And we could go back. When was the last time we had a true freshman walk in and solidify the one side of the offensive line like CC and Cooper did? Right? Like, when was it? OJ came in as a true freshman and solidified that side. Those things matter because you just got to keep finding those pieces. That doesn't happen in one offseason. And of course, as fans, we want the instant gratification and all this shit. But like you see it now, you see a Bryce Fitzgerald that could come in, and the moment he came in, everybody was like, "Yo, we already knew, right? That boy's a ball hawk. He's a problem. We know what he was. He puts the one thing we said continuously. He put some weight on. Holy shit!
Yeah, he's got to hit.
That's all that he's got to hit, and he puts out. He has the whole season to get better. So yeah, man, just going through it like it's crazy, yo.
The two tight ends tell me a lot. Dawson knows his quarterback.
Yep.
We coming out running a 2 tight end set. That's for 15. That's because 15 cooks with tight ends. So now I'm a little even more like I'm excited now because that's telling me Dawson's cooking. I'm not telling y'all we about to see 30 new formations though. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying this ain't Cam's offense. This is Carson Beck's offense.
Yep.
The fact that on our depth chart we have 2 starting tight ends, that lets me know we're probably going to run 2 starting tight ends, which is good. And because one of the starting tight ends is a slot receiver, is a running back, is a fullback, he's a goddamn quarterback if we need him to be. So that makes me excited. That makes it look like we've adjusted for this new era. We're not going to come into this year running Cam's playbook and telling Beck, you adjust to us.
Yep.
He's adjusted. I like that.
Yeah. Chi-Town Kane says, Bain going against a true sophomore at Notre Dame, starting true freshman at right guard against Moulton and Scott and Blay. Jeremiah Love is their starting kick returner. Yeah. Appreciate the dono, man. Look, man.
They got to stop doing that. I mean, that's their squad. Do whatever the fuck you want. But I'm sorry if Willis McGahee is our
you're not doing that.
No.
You're not doing it.
No.
You're not doing it.
Like, what are you? Whatever, bro. Respect to them. But what the fuck?
Yeah. Fam, why would you unless he's gonna fair catch every time, he's gonna be kicked out of the back. You're risking him again. Like, I don't want y'all to win, but you're risking him getting hurt on a play that you shouldn't be out there on. Like,
he shouldn't even
any given play. Like, if he goes down, Jadarian Price automatically gets worse because he's not the offset guy. CJ Carr automatically gets worse. At any point, it's stupid. But thank you for why are you
whatever, bro. But Clinton Portis wasn't returning kicks, so whatever. I mean,
exactly.
But I like the point of young right guard though, going up against going up against Scott, going up against Blay. Again, people are gonna say, but Scott didn't play. He didn't start a lot last year. He played. He got some very meaningful reps. And I mean, down the stretch, he got reps against top flight competition. So again, all that little bit of seasoning is going to help.
Because he's the left end. So the left end goes against the right tackle, right end goes.
We know how they play Bain, bro. He everywhere.
Yeah. He's going to be he might pop inside. But yes, for the most part,
he threw a 40-year-old man with one arm, bro. I'm not worried about whoever that
as a freshman, dog. As a freshman,
he threw that kid. He threw that.
All right, chat. Drop your last drop. Remember, as soon as this live ends, 290 with us rocking with it right now. Appreciate y'all. As soon as this ends, all these comments go away. Drop your score prediction. You know what I'm saying? How we feeling? How you feeling in this game right now? CB, this is it. We're about to jump out, you know what I'm saying? Have our little charcuterie boards, our shrimp cocktails, our Coronas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're about to sit on the couch and start enjoying some football. Baby. It's game day. It's game day. Let me block this. damn user that's back again. There's a little spam here. How you feeling? It's game day. It's about to be kickoff. Hopefully the weather's permitting. If you're in the building, you know what I'm saying? If you're at the Rock, let us know how the weather is. I'm sure the group chat is popping. I'm trying not to look at my phone. How you feeling?
I'm excited. The depth chart's got me even more excited. It's got me wanting to see the different combinations that are going to be out there. I'm telling you, I'm a little bit even more hyped seeing a 2 tight end set, seeing some of the versatility that we wanted to see. Guys like Pruitt, like y'all know how much we love Cam on this show. So
Bobby Pruitt, baby.
Seeing those guys are going to get their shot, I'm excited. Knowing that it is a sloppy weather day, but it's going to dry up by the second quarter and definitely be dry during the second half means that we won't get 4 quarters of sloppy wet football, which is cool. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to see what, like Ben said at the beginning, new story. This whole season is going to be a story. Chapter 1 is versus Notre Dame. I'm excited for them to get to pen their own story. It's hard because you like to put the previous year on this year's team, but college football, you can't do that. Even before the portal, there was always so much turnover in college ball. You can't. Yet last year's story, that's why Joe likes to say, 2024 ain't 2025. Last year's story, that book got closed. It's on the shelf. It's there. It's its own story that in the future we can pull down and say, why didn't this happen? But that's not this year's story. This year's team gets a fresh page, fresh pen, fresh ink, and they get to tell their own story. I'm excited for that. And I'm excited for so many of these new faces, bro. It's just it's a different feeling from last year. It's just, yes, last year was excitement. This year is so much curiosity. And even after seeing the depth chart, I'm even more curious. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. I still think we take it. I still think it's going to be, 27-14, something like that. I think we keep it, 31-14, 31-17, something like that. I do not see Notre Dame scoring 20 points against us. I think we win by at least 10 or more. I don't think we blow them out by 30. But I do think if there is a blowout, it's us. I don't think they have the offensive firepower to blow us out.
They don't play like that. Like even last year, they were winning. They were winning close games. Like, look, this is a well-coached team. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, Marcus Freeman is a great coach, even better man. Even regardless, you got to play 4 quarters. This is gonna be a team that's ready to go. What happens in one play doesn't change what will happen in the next. How I feel about this is that same feeling is like, this is a whole new season, man. Like in the year of NIL, in the years of transfer portals, in the year of recruiting with a coaching staff that are absolute dogs on the trail because they don't just focus on one side of it. Seeing this team being built and constructed is like I said it earlier, and you noticed it, right? Like there's a calmness that I have because there's grown people, you know what I'm saying, that know what to do. The mistakes are being recognized and dealt with, maybe not on our timeline, right? Like not the way we would want it, but we're going to continue to show y'all that it gets real fucking uncomfortable when we cook, dog. Like it's gonna get like, you want to say what the games we struggled in, those games don't matter tonight. None of those failures happened tonight. None of those moments where you think who we might be matter tonight. This is a whole new season. This is a whole new story. This is a new Ruben Bain. This is a new Akeem Mazador. This is the new Wesley Bissaint. This is a new CeCe Mino, a new Markel Bell, a new Carson Beck. Dog, he went 24-3 and made the game-winning play with a broken arm. And y'all questioning his toughness? Get the entirety of the fuck out of here. Like, get out of here, dog. Like, you want to believe somebody's grandson matters. Dog, this ain't head of state. I don't care who you're related to. He's not going to help you on the field.
He can't help you, baby.
The fact that you guys think that having a non-running quarterback isn't going to impact your running back tells me all I need to know. Like, that's such – he ran – Jaden Daniels in his Heisman year ran for 1,100 yards. You know what I'm saying? 1,100 yards. He was 5,000 yards of total offense. Like,
nuts.
And he had that's insane. Riley Leonard was a one read and go quarterback. He wasn't out there dissecting and diagnosing a defense. If he didn't hand it out to Jeremiah Love and that pass option wasn't there, it's deuces. I'm taking it. CJ Carr, on their line. Where are you going, dog? You can't run. Kenny Minchie can. But Kenny Minchie can't throw. So, like, together, you don't have one full quarterback that is best for your offense.
Here's the crazy part. I think Minchie got a bet. I think Minchie has a. Now they're gonna say CJ Carr has better arm talent. I think Kenny throws a better ball. I think he's more accurate. Kenny's not a runner. They don't have a running quarterback in their staple. So I'm very curious. What the fuck does this look like? Like, what does this look like?
We're about to find out if you're real. Like, fam, you had a great run to the national championship last year. That doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't matter. That
on the show.
2025 is not your 2024. It's not, dog. That doesn't matter. Those same moments when James Franklin constantly fails in big games, he just chose your game to fail in. That's all it is. What's what James Franklin does. He's going to fail in big games. He doesn't beat Ohio State. He doesn't beat Michigan. Doesn't make it to the Big Ten championship. But you want to crown him. Oh, he has the best year. Drew Aller without that tight end ain't shit. That guy is gone. Fuck everybody else. We're about to find out what these 2025 Canes are about to be. I got nothing else to say. Go Canes forever. Fuck everybody else. We out of here, baby.
Let's go. Canes by 20.
Here. Canes by 20.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday. 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time. You already know. You already know.
Man, I could have gone